record onto the cloud. Yeah, so I'm recording this, but it will only be recording the poem performing and then the PowerPoint presentation. We have BSL interpreters, so please spotlight if you need to use them, and they're there. And so without any further ado, I'll be passing over to our chair, Brian Gibson, who is an outside-in artist and ambassador. And we have 11 wonderful poets sharing their poems today. So I'll hand over to Brian now.
All right, thank you, Hannah. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I put forward the idea for the poetry thing because, as I was saying before, I'm dyslexic and I'm a visual artist, but so I like working with words. So I don't know if you can see that, but this is like one of those origami things that you make. And I've just made like a story up there. So I'm working with words and things like that. Now, often kind of, but I'm not really a performer, but I do lots of writing. So I'll kind of do lots of different writing techniques. So I'll kind of just write in one straight line all the time without taking the pen off the page, just getting ideas out, which often helps with my visual work. So I've got a couple of poems here. I've just started doing, this is like a haiku poem, which is just five syllables, 7 syllables and 5 syllables. So I'll start off with that, and then I'll introduce everyone else along. So my first poem is just about, with the lockdown being the way, this is some of my artwork that I do. So this is, you should be able to see the first one, which is all the kind of Snapdragon thing folded out. So you get 4 different circles there. There's another piece there, which I've done a mono print, just working with letters, and I'll write words down, but you can't always work out what's being said there, but it's like an expression of who I am. So that's some of my work. This poem is called, it's kind of about the lockdown, so it's very short, but it's that kind of thing about feeling a bit down because of lockdown, but then the kind of like, there's always the next day. So it's just Icarus falling, butter melting through charred toast, sun rising again. So that's my thing. So it's kind of the thing about Icarus, the story about Icarus sort of trying to fly towards the sun and then crashing. But then the whole thing about, you get up the next day, your toast is charred, but the butter's about through it, but the sun's rising again. So that's that one.
Nice.
I've got a couple of other poems, but they're by different artists. So the next poem I've got is by a Finnish poet called Edith Södergran, and she was around the turn of the 19th century, from 1892 to 1923, I think. So she died quite young of tuberculosis. And she's spoken Swedish, but she was wrote in Finnish, I think. So anyway, she lived in Finland, and she's got some amazing poems, but I've just picked a short one here. So it's called The Stars, and it's called, when night comes, I stand on the steps and listen. Stars swarm in the yard, and I stand in the dark. Listen, a star fell with a clang. Do not go out onto the grass with bare feet. My yard is full of shards.
Mm.
So I think she's a great poet. I think she's really good. And it's I think it's very difficult with translations from poets from other countries where the language is changing. So I think it captures some kind of essence there. And then another poet is, has anybody heard of Barry McSweeney before? I don't know if anybody has, but Barry McSweeney was a bit of an outsider poet in a way. He started off as a bit of a child prodigy. About the age of 17 or 19, he was kind of regarded as like the next kind of poet, Bob Dylan kind of thing during the 60s. But he happened to be my friend's cousin. So he was the first artistic person I met. We used to sort of play with my friends. We went round to my auntie's one day, his auntie's, and he was just sitting at the kitchen table writing poems for his next book. And there's just something, you know, I was about 10 or 11, and then it was the first kind of person, because he lived on one council estate and I lived on another council estate. So to meet somebody else who was like a creative person in that environment was just a real influence on me, not necessarily his poetry, but the very fact that somebody from that kind of background could just become a poet. His story, he became an alcoholic eventually, and sadly died in 2000, in the year 2000. But he was always considered himself like a lone wolf, really. So, but this is one of his poems, if I can find it. It's on this. So this is called Looking Down from West Window. I smashed my wings against the rain-soaked deck and was happy you lifted me into the safe fingers and palms. If not too disgusted, hold me close, keenly, forever. So that's it. I'll read that one again just because I think I should have read a bit better. But I smashed my wings against the rain-soaked deck and was happy you lifted me into your safe fingers and palms. If not too disgusted, hold me close forever keenly. That's it. So that's Barry McSweeney. So there's a book on Blood Axe of his selected poems, and he wrote a book called The Book of Demons as well, which was about his alcoholism. So next we've got Elena Ray. Oh no, we've got a different name here from my list here. So it's oh yeah, because Elena couldn't make it. Yeah. Sorry, Hannah. So we've got Elizabeth Haythorne next. So look forward to hearing from you, Elizabeth.
It's Isabel.
Isabel. Oh yeah, I'm just. You see, I'm
Isabel.
dyslexic.
Doesn't matter, really.
That's my dyslexia. Sorry, Isabella.
No worries. Thanks, Brian. It's nice to meet you too.
Yeah, thank you.
There was once a girl. She was born without skin, pink and glistening, succubus mouth sucking at the air that burned her. So she constructed her own skin from sickness and dust and jewels. When I was 12, the doctor said I wasn't going deaf. My brain processed sound in a way most other brains didn't. There's nothing to worry about. You're not deaf, you're different. There's no ailment. But then there's no cure. Can't ask for a cure to a sickness that's not a sickness. And Amanda said, if wellness is this, what in hell's name is sickness, but business is business and business runs in the family. Diagnosis. Winona said it right, with staring eyes and pixie cut. The borderline between what and what? Queen of the damned. Crushing your lungs, lifting you up too high. Up here, the air is thin. Nobody ever lasts long. Please, please stay conscious. Your breath crystallizes around me. I forgot what it feels like. Sometimes I drag them here by their necks using a noose of braided hair. Sometimes they follow at my heels as I kick and spit at them. I can spit joyful poison. Rachel. The last time I saw you, we tripped over our wellies, giggling, because there's no such thing as a grown-up. The professor says it's all imaginary. Remember? You gave me a picture and asked me to paint you a lion. I still haven't done it. I've only just moved your shoes from my doormat to make room for the shoes of living people. But you paint here with me now, watching with unblinking eyes, unfurling my fingers before they tense into a fist to punch through the canvas, and guiding my hand when I start to shake. Love. When you hurt me, I want it more, because wanting you is an addictive, life-sucking, mind-fucking perfect answer to escape the pain that is woven into every cell of my body. Instead, hospital. I can't reach you. Smashed pieces of the fossilized shell you wore around your neck, the one I gave you, and I watched them carry you away. I'll follow you to the 12th dimension if I have to. Will. Dear bestie, I like you so much. You're so fucking good. I love you. I can't say it enough or write it enough, so I'll carry on and on and on and on. You know about all the things and the stuff and the words and the people and the things people do when they say the words, and it all confuses the fuck out of me, to be honest. But you show me that there is beauty to be found. Your camera and your paintbrush, your touch and your voice, your eyes, your dreadlocks. Not gonna lie, I'm a fan. Look up. Bejeweled tampons, 16 musical instruments, mannequin heads, 1,000 fairy lights, every shade of box pen, marshmallow leaves masquerading as tobacco. The world painted canvas, too many rainbow or pens, peacocks.
Sorry, Isabel, your sound is going in and out.
In clay, my vibrator. Is it? Did you get all the other ones though?
It's just been the look up poem that's gone in and out of sound.
Everything's frozen for me.
Oh,
Is it still a bit iffy?
we can hear you now.
Stable, yeah.
Now it's clear. If you
I
go
don't
back
mind
to
leaving it
this-
there, to be honest. That was the one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
brilliant.
That was
Leave
brilliant,
Leave it
Isabel.
there.
That was brilliant, Isabel.
Oh, thank you. That's my
Honestly.
first time ever doing this.
Great
Really?
performance. Great performance. And
Collie's
brilliant.
saying
Beautiful
she loved
poetry.
it.
Yeah.
Collie's saying that she loved it. She signed, I really loved
Thank you, Collie.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was really that good,
Thank you.
brilliant flow between sort of being sort of vulnerable and powerful at the same time and being strong. So it was great sort of flow of things, isn't it?
Could I just make a little
you.
suggestion for the interpreter? When you start a new poem, if you just say this one's new, just so I know that you've started a new poem. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, we've got Collie next, haven't we?
Just as she walks off.
We
Oh,
should swap now,
we
please.
can
there,
swap
Collie.
interpreters now. Brilliant.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Rachel, Collie's saying when she signs, you don't need
I-
a voiceover.
Yeah, I did.
Brilliant.
Okay. Have we got you there, Collie?
Just undoing my mute.
I can see you there now.
Can everybody hear me okay? Is the sound of my voice all right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay. This is called Coffee Shop. Actually, that's working. The lunchtime queue in a coffee shop is long. 100, well, 10 chatty, sweaty customers in front of me waiting to be served. Feet moving, shuffling, tapping impatiently. I watch their conversations surreptitiously, sliding my gaze away swiftly and expertly, never quite getting caught, eavesdropping. I know their secrets, their stories on their lips, their boasts and their fibs. I see them talking. I know who's shagging who, who's nicking off and who hates the boss. I see all of their water cooler politics, and the queue moves along. Baristas' arms are flying, grains of coffee spilling, the whooshing shoosh of the hot water spout spitting out the clean steam, and the queue moves along. 8 people in front of me. I know my order, rehearsed and ready, no dithering and time wasting, no umming and erming, debating, procrastinating. One large, skinny, hot chocolate to go, please. Smiley face. 3 people in front of me. My heart starts to beat faster. My eyes sweep the space as I search for the benevolent face of an understanding barista as they perform their arm choreography behind the counter. Latte, flat white, Americano to go. Hot food today? I see her say, it's her. She has a kind face and her words are clear to see on shiny pink lips, tattoos at her wrists and her hair in braids. Heart slows pace, words paused on tip of tongue ready, pink lips looks up, eye contact, smiles, I breathe in and she leaves. She takes her smile and her kind eyes and she moves away and I see her say, quick break. A surly-faced girl steps into her place to take my order. I waver. I see her say something. Is she talking to me? There are still 2 people in front of me. Are they served? Have they ordered? Do I speak now? Is it me now? Have they paid? She hasn't looked up yet, hasn't found my gaze, and the queue moves along. Surly girl's lips move again, and I wait, my eyes searching the space for clues. Who's next? I can't tell, I freeze, shuffling feet, and the queue moves along. I lock eyes with surly girl and I half smile, half breathe in, and she moves her lips to the guy behind me. Her silent words shout, can I take your order, sir? Her eyes land again on mine and she smirks. I feel small and yet glaringly big and conspicuous in my lack of hot chocolate, and the queue moves along. Dilemma. I gather my dignity, regroup my voice, take back my choice, and I halt the shuffling queue behind me. I hold up my hand. Excuse me. Is my voice too harsh, too soft? It's hard to gauge when it's loud around. The whole queue stops moving. Irritated eyes stab behind. Queue mates question the delay. Muttering, I can't hear them. I can't hear them, but I know they're tutting, mumbling, accusing. Surly girl's eyes meet mine in a challenge of threatening customer service. Sorry, not sorry? But I haven't ordered yet and you've served the man behind? Surly girl's eyes stay locked on mine. Surly girl replies. So I asked you 3 times, rolls eyes, for your order and you ignored me and blah, blah, blah. She turns her face away and her words chase her gaze. No clear shapes for me to read. People looking at me. Well, Can I order now, please? I didn't see you speak to me. I can't hear your words and I didn't know it was my turn. I can't see you behind the haze of customers and sunshine, and I'm blushing, flushing, flummoxed and flustered. My words tumbled, jumbled, explaining my can't. Surly girl sighs. Out of the corner of my eye, I spy shiny pink lips, tattoos at her wrist, and her hair in braids, walking towards me. She catches my eye and she smiles. She lifts her dancing barista arms and she signs, "What would you like?" I grin, I breathe in. Surly girl looks sheepish, fellow queue mates look guilty, and I feel my power return. I sign.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
That was amazing. That was amazing. So visual as well. You sort of go into a cafe and
Beautiful.
Sorry, I'm just pinning Rachel, the interpreter. I've just got to maybe go down and find her.
okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
Lovely, I've got it. Thank you, I do appreciate that.
Yeah. Looking forward to when I can go into a cafe next.
Yeah, aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Even if it's a queue,
Yeah, the queue might go way, way back because
Yeah.
we'll all be
Yeah, it'll
really
be a long, long
excited.
queue, yeah, it's true. All right, thank you. So the next person on the list is Sam. Have we got
Hi.
Sam?
Yes, I'm
Hi,
here.
Sam. Hi.
Hi.
So you're going to do your poems.
I am going to do my poems, yes.
Fantastic.
So number one, it's just a very, very short one, and it's Poetry's Legacy. Poetry is like a sea of words, an ocean ever growing. The three that follow are poems that were written quite some time ago. As part of a performance celebrating 50 years of Radio 4 Woman's Hour, but they mean an awful lot to me. So I've decided to give them another airing. Number one is Dreams. Ivory towers, confetti falls, dreams come true, but not for me or for you. Cracks appear, the mirrors shattered, crumbling reality dawns, a smack, a thud, the room vibrates, all over my body aches. What did I do to deserve you? I must be rotten through and through. The punch bags broke, I begin to choke, chain tight, but this can't be right. Here, I sit in my corner, shivering, shaking, getting smaller. Dark descends, my lover's name, never to defend. Okay, so the second one is called Ribbons Torn. How soft the hands, glorious, healing, precious. Your touch exquisite, pain surpassed. Golden light surrender, eyes closed, sleep intense. How beautiful you were, your touch sublime. And the last one in this group is Potential. She begins to grow, slowly at first, halts along the way. Suddenly, just as the sun rises, something beautiful emerges from the depths. Shy, opening, unfolding, layer by layer, discovering her sensuality, realizing her potential. The next two poems are both my recent poems. and they were written in response to taking part in an artist studio, which is done by my sister Cara. She's previous artist of the month for Outside In, and she does this with her friend Beth. Here we go, because the first one was done in autumn, so here we go. Short days advancing, resplendent kaleidoscopic glory, Titian, saffron, amber, crimson mottled green, purple, jewels distinguished, berries black, majestic, prickles twitch, unfurl, glisten, glossy brown, and eerie, brumous silence. Heady redolence intoxicates, crisp crunch underfoot, blue spangles spread, and crackles hiss, spit, chimneys fire bright. Curl up ready, short days advancing. So the next one is a poem in response to all these Zoom and meetings that we have. And it was written whilst I was actually taking part in this artist studio, and it's called Energy's Cadence. Heads floating poised, ethereal voices harmonious, collaborative spirals effervesce, dragons dance entwined, industrious eyes originate, and inky fingers choreograph. Energy's cadence reverberates, embroideries silk vivacious, cameras click enticing, brushes paint refulgent, shapes coalesce electrifying, coruscant creativity unveiled. Thank you for listening.
That's brilliant. Great, thank you. Thank you. Can you read the first poem again that you did?
The first one.
Yeah, the short one, because
poetry is like a sea.
yeah.
A sea of words, an ocean ever growing.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, it's just I do write little poems. I don't write long ones.
Well, there's good mixture there, isn't there? Between
yeah.
Thank
you.
That's really good. Thank you. We've
Yes,
got.
Holly said it was superb. Lovely poem.
I made a few people cry as well.
Yeah, it was very moving. Very very moving. A touching poem. Thank you.
So we've got Gail next. Gail Henderson.
Hi. Yeah, that's me. I'm waiting for my drawings to come up. On the there they are.
Hello there, Gail.
Hi. I'm an artist and poet. My drawings are psychological self-portraits, and so are the poems that inspire them.
Okay.
So here's my first poem, and it's called Beetle. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
All right. Beetle. Dancing in confined spaces, she is trapped by reflections of a sketch. The eyes are filled in, blank, desperate. She hasn't much time to refine the span, jumping on her palm. Thoughts fester like netted beetles in her chamber. Can she change what exists? Does libido decline with age? Alice binges on strawberry tarts so her soul won't escape through her lips, come leaping from her tongue. This transgressive mouth can only voice confusion. She ruminates on the grief that made her stomach rounded. Inertia makes her still as a primped doll. Her thoughts are doppelgangers spinning on the wheels of fate. A flower throws herself across Shadow's path. Alice abhors this time of famine. She's ill, but thinks food is the problem. It isn't a time for friendship or even convoluted love. This penumbra falls down a hole. It's a gap in time. She asks, Is the personal political when you've been a stranger to yourself? So next slide, please. And this next poem is a response of some cutting criticism that I got from someone in the arts, and it's called Microcosm. Alice, take the lead from your heels and set the graphics free. Deflate the balloons thrown by the paper man, as bombast often follows publishing. Your performance was shrunk to fit on the page. Overcome this doctrine of obsession. There is a different path. Well-drafted self-portraits are tomorrow's idea. Today, your boots weigh you down. Live in the moment, because graphite dust sticks. The green man, the snowman, the angry man dissolves quietly. Your drawing is a mercurial mirror. You can hide in it or float across it. Moving from sickness to well-being. Let impairment become transcendence. No longer blind to opportunities, we realize there is no man mountain. The devil melts into a bat when you hold a pencil. His leathery face remains at the top of the house. Let us draw the hill of breasts, free from guilt at our achievements. We speak now because we can. Sleeping after sketching, let us leave the ghosts of duress behind. I journey with a piece of charcoal on a stick. Traveling on a paper cut wagon, I spit out the froth of life. So there's one more short poem and some more images. So this is the final poem, and this is about recovery, and it's called Accuracies. As blue, inky water stains fresh cells, I open boxes of pencils to draw over them. Criticising my tone, I wonder, can I pinpoint a moment? Do I want to draw the truth? Should I soften the spell of acting like Sibylla? Is it better to hide the furies inside the drawings? Or do I cross-hatch a new dream and mistake it for reality? Why riddle my pencil with anxiety? Time wasting, tidying, no lids for coffee. Knowing my paper hoard still fills the writing room. Clear outs sometimes distract me. Looking in the mirror to measure my days, I can touch my face. Thanks to the nurses, it no longer rains on my recovery. I still fear the unlucky genes. Thanks.
That's brilliant.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. I really enjoyed listening to your poems and then kind of looking at your imagery.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Following, almost like following the lines, and it was like going deeper and deeper into the picture with the words.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it's quite amazing, really, how all that works, and you're going through like this labyrinth. So it's like a real going through, like taking us through a journey, really. But you can kind of go in any direction in a way. You know what I mean? You kind of, I'm following the words, but you're looking over the image your drawings and things like that. So you kind of.
Yeah, sometimes when I do big
Hey.
drawings, like a form of a letter will like emerge from the drawing. So it's a bit like scribing. So
yeah, amazing.
Thank you
very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we've got Kathy next. Kathy Chili.
Hello.
Hello, Kathy.
Hiya. Brilliant
right.
poetry. I'm really enjoying it. Some fantastic stuff. Wow.
Good.
Okay.
Right.
This is Death in Space, one poem. Brain crown shut down. Requirement, Zone A to Roman numeral number 10. Stand against the white wall, please. Stand against the white wall. Can I come in? She says. Brain crown shut down. He doesn't like brown bread. He doesn't like red shoes. He doesn't like chewing gum. He doesn't like umbrellas. He doesn't like paving stones. Brain crown shut down. He doesn't like white walls. Requirement, Zone R, Tourette, Roman numeral number 56. Move away from the white wall, please. Move away from the white wall. He likes white walls. Requirement, Zone A, Tourette, Roman numeral number 10. Again, stand against the white wall, please. Stand against the white wall. Can I come in? She says. Later, he replies. Love you, love you. Love you. I love you too, he says, really I do. See you later. He hates her. He hates her. Brain crown shut down. He is aware of popcorn. Brain crown shut down. She is aware of nemesis. Brain crown shut down. Requirement, Zone K, Tourette, Roman numeral number 101. Done. Wind thread around feet. Heat of radiator. Stand tall against blue wall. Instigator as sign. Fine. It's not fine this time round. Found date. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Thump, wall, stand tall, move away from wall, don't call, he donates her to good cause, pause, doors near, he hears her a minefield, potholes and drinking dens, she knocks again, he doesn't care, she's there, I don't care, she's there, she cares, she's there, where? There, outside the door, he lies on the floor, she lies on the floor, outside the door. Can I come in? She says. Requirement, 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 Zone F, Tourette, Roman numeral number 89, time, wash hand on floor near door, sterile wipes and fears, are those tears she's crying, lying, bitch, cold witch, never, weather okay. Shout, he's looking out, I'm looking out, later he says, hate her, he thinks, hate her, he sinks, love her, he thinks, love her, he sinks. Brain crown shut down. Requirement, Zone K, Tourette, Roman numeral number 30. Shirty? Never again. Occasionally, though, the Rolling Stones come round for tea. Stop. There goes walking the dog. Stop. There goes the aspidistra. Stop. There goes the business card. Stop. The gas fire went out, but it was fine. The kid had gone home. The noise of married men makes him go pale, fail safe, locked in reclusion. Exclusion from walking the dog, seeing the kid, eating the popcorn, cutting the toenail. Fail, 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 safe. Once he was heaped with good intention, mentioned this, he shits himself, making plans for happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday, she says. I am aware of nemesis, he replies, another lie, it's popcorn he doesn't like, and brown bread and red shoes and chewing gum and umbrellas and paving stones and kids and wives and mothers. Requirement, Zone M, Tourette, Roman numeral number 29, kneel on the floor before the door. Can I come in, she says. No, he replies. Can I come in? She repeats. Death in space. Place inside, hide by time. Wait, wait, wait. He loves the kid. Really, he loves the kid. Popcorn. Glorious. Red geranium. Glorious. Blue sky. Glorious. He mulls over gladioli, then cacti, then I, then he, then her, then the kid. He mulls over stamps. Then Sputnik 1 or 2, the dog died, Laika after launch, then lunch in space with nobody breathing. Nobody breathing. Nobody breathing. Occasionally, though, David Bowie comes round for tea. Requirement, he is aware of popcorn. Requirement, she is aware of Nemesis. Requirement, he donates her to good cause. Requirement, she donates he to lost cause. Pause, 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 Zone Z. Tourette, Roman numeral number 308, wait. Much times much. Such a shame, blame it on the tightness, the whiteness, the what you will. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. To who, she says? To he, to you, to me? A requirement. Zone Z, Tourette, Roman numeral, number. Dawning. It's swarming in here, crazy, crazy swarming, but hand on door, but corridor, but left behind tomb, then end. End of this room, it's end of room. Love you, love you, love you, she says. Hello.
Okay, we'll change interpreter now.
Okay, that was incredible. That was a long piece of poetry to sort of read and remember, and
Oh, thank you.
wow, it was, yeah, there's the whole sort of rhythm of it and everything, the imagery. It's just I'm quite speechless, really. But yeah, I mean, so somebody said it was like Chris Marker. I don't know if you know about Chris Marker.
Just a second, sorry, just a second. I just need to pin over the interpreter. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. We are doing it a little bit quick. Sorry.
I can't see
So
Collie.
did you take the photographs as well?
No, I actually did a collaboration with a filmmaker, and it's my poem, and he made a film, so we made a poetry film together, and it was very good fun. Yeah. So these are his photographs. Yeah.
But you started the poem first?
I did the poem. Yeah, I wrote the poem first, and then presented it to him, and yeah, then we said let's make a poetry film, and so I helped make the poetry film. We did it together. He mainly did it. It was his poetry film.
I'm really sorry, but Peter, she can't find you.
I
Collie,
can't find Collie either.
Yeah. So you might have to scroll down.
I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 people on my screen.
I think if you can, yes, there's a little arrow, you might be able to scroll. Or
Hannah, because you're could you spotlight us?
Oh, I've got her. I've got Collie.
You're the host. I think if you could spotlight Peter when Peter's on, and then I will directly message you when it's my turn to be spotlighted.
Collie, she can't see me now.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, lovely.
But Collie is saying, I want to see the other people as well. I don't just want to see the interpreter.
Do you get to see, there's an option whether you can select one film, 2 or more down the side. Is that option there?
So it should be side by side gallery.
I need to see the interpreters when they change, just before they start. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm finding it difficult to read what. Okay, because I can only now see Collie very small, so I'm finding it difficult to see what she's saying. Collie, again, you said what? Oh, I'm not sure she can see me now. Can you see me? Can you see the other people? Can you see the other people? Oh, she can see everyone now. That they're small. But are you okay? Carry on, okay? Yeah, just carry on. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great.
Okay. So we've got Michelle next. Thanks very much, Kathy. That was amazing.
So thank you very much. I'm enjoying it lots.
Yeah. Yeah, so is Michelle there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. And thank you to everyone else who's already read. Amazing. So my first poem's called The Light at Night. Shadows wrap around statues. Nights grow longer. Afraid of hibernation? Prepare for lockdown. Pull your curtains. Don't twitch. You're not a witch. They cannot put a spell on you. Smartphone, leave outside. Apps will track you. Governments won't save you. Police can't protect you. The gods fight all night to bring back daylight. The gravitational pull of the moon makes love across all of our seas. We look to the skies for life and miss the life hidden in oceans. We just skate on ice and bask in sunlight. Vitamin D, what else do you need? That's my first poem. Can I ask that I can see myself, please? Because I can see Peter and then somebody who's not there, but I can't see me.
Have you got the speaker thing on there's 4 different options on the top there for viewing?
Yes, if you click more, you'll be able to see more people.
Well, I think I don't know if I can. I've just got a square and an X.
Should be a square with 9 little squares in
I
it.
haven't got that.
In the top right hand corner?
Yeah, top right hand corner, I've got a line just at the ordinary square for big or little. And the cross, it's just I can only see Peter.
Do you want me to, I could either stop sharing, but then your images won't be up, but you'll be able to see.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right then. Don't worry. I just don't know if it makes it more interactive if people can actually see me. I don't know if anyone.
You.
Oh, you can. Okay. Yeah. Just I can't see me and I'm used to seeing me. All right. Okay. And so the next one's called Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Groundbog Day. Forget to clean my teeth. No need for breakfast. No going out. Put bed away. I'm sleeping in the living room. In lockdown. Herd immunity? I'm sick. I'm not sick. I'm socially isolating whilst pretending to be the lady with the lamp. No information. No tests. No home visits. Doctors over telephones. Dial 111. You are held in a queue. For coronavirus, press option 3. You are held in a queue. If you have difficulty breathing, please hang up and dial 999. No PPE, no coffins, no funerals. They are the dead that need burying. Groundbog Day. Forget to clean teeth. No need to brush hair. Remember to wear gloves and cover your face when taking food to the sick. I'm not sick. I have pink eye. I'm in the living room on a put you up bed. He's in the bedroom, sick in bed. He gets worse by the day. 111 is useless and of no help at all. Remember to use your second bathroom. The GP is also useless. The ambulance said he didn't have it. There was phlegm in his cough. He can't get out of bed. Groundbog Day. I forget to clean my teeth, but put my bed away. I make the porridge. I give him a child's portion. I'm tired of potato and carrot soup with no spices. I'm scared of how ill he is getting. I'm scared too I will get ill. I have pink eye and I cry. The virus, if I have it, and I will not know unless I'm tested, testing has been stopped. Unless you're in hospital, yes, testing stopped. Groundhog Day. I forget to clean my teeth. I put away my bed. I do not brush my hair. He has called the doctor. His breathing and face are painful to look at. The doctor says he's fine. The doctor's not here. They're on a telephone line. He's wheezing when he breathes. He can't eat and he looks like a ghost. Fuck the doctor, I dial 999. They come quicker than before, nicer than before. They have a checklist. He scores 7 out of 10. They're taking him in. I pack a bag. It's all very fast. I forget to ask, where are they taking him? I find out later after calling the local hospital where he is. I think I must clean the room. I look for information. I don't find any. I leave the windows open and close the door. That way the virus can fly out. From the hall I can hear the wind day after day, rampaging around the room. The windows are open to let you know you must come home. I stay put in the living room, on the put-you-up bed. I've been here for 18 days or more. I can't go out. I'm in quarantine. I must self-isolate, as the government changes words. Quarantine is better than isolation, meaning I'm doing my best not to spread. But did I have it? Have I got it? After all, there's people with no symptoms, but these are the people who spread. I continue to experience my groundhog days. I forget to clean my teeth. I let the wind hold your spirit and tell it to bring you home. I keep the door shut and let the wind do its work to clean the room. It's Groundhog Day. I forget to clean my teeth, keeping my spirits on day 21 of the plague. I'm Groundhog Day. Herd immunity, nerd immunity, herd immunity. Dyslexia plays havoc in my head. Mentally, not immunity. The government sits back, feet up. Matt Hancock is back on the telly at 5 p.m, briefing of lies and more lies. They have all the PPE they need. We are doing testing, tracing, tracking and quarantining. I can't get tested, I scream. The government has deserted us. If this was a war, they would be shot. This is the charge of the Light Brigade. Perhaps some medical staff are overusing the PPE, he suggests. He is an irrelevant tosspot. He sold the supply chain of PPE to a private company on March the 29th, 2020. Groundhog days have now got worse. Still, I forget to clean my teeth, brush my hair, wash my face. I'm in quarantine. Groundhog Day. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Brilliant, thank you, says Connie.
It is a bit, every day's kind of, the days kind of just go on and on, don't they, during lockdown and things like that. It's so when did you write that then?
I actually wrote that last year, because that's what actually happened. My partner got COVID and went into hospital before, I don't know if you remember, before lockdown he got ill. So there was a lot of toing and froing at this time of year, wasn't there, about whether they should lock down or do anything. And that's when he got sick. And
way back then?
Yeah, he's doing all right now. He's fine. But yeah, and it kind of to keep myself from going under, you know, I had to really kind of stay in touch with myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
I'm aware of the time, so we're just going to have to go through to Lauren now. We've got Lauren M. Foster.
We're aiming to finish at 7:15, so yeah, we've got time.
Okay. Right. So, Lauren, are you there?
Yes, I am. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I can see you. Yeah, I've got you.
Hello.
Hi.
It's really enjoying it. This is the first Zoom poetry reading I've joined in with. You know, the lockdown is getting us all used to technology that, well, I wouldn't have used to before. So I'll just get on with it. I did this artwork a couple of days before I saw the email from Outside In about this poetry workshop, and I thought it would work really well with this poem. This is Night Walking. After Allen's, after I report the gas leak on the corner of Birdhill Road, I walk the dogs in the night air. Surely the old Bassett and I need the cool. The moon's full, the sky not hazy enough to veil the plough. Polly's off as soon as the lead's unclipped, up the lane opposite the bull. A pony, the other side of the hedge, gallops alongside her. In the wheat field, a crunch underfoot as I step on stubble. Chaff gets up my nose, makes me want to sneeze. Shirley smells exciting things, wants me to let her go. Even at her age, she'd be off for hours into the undergrowth. I get the night walking from Dad, especially in summer. When he went mad, he'd traipse miles over moorland, alien spotting. I went once with him and Chip up the path opposite Nether Cottage towards Froggatt Edge by the lake, via the grouse, back down Sheffield Road on a night not unlike this, the summer before I started secondary school, before the autumn Dad got sectioned. Cousin Des too liked to night walk. A moth zigzags by my ear. Moonlight illumes the path through the young wood, then back round to the lane. Every time a night walk ends, I am a little sad. I'd like them to go on forever. Polly barks at an unnamed creature. We come to the horse field again. They all gallop now, come as near as they can. I stop at the gate. Shirley shimmies underneath it, wants to see the horses, smell them. One snorts, I snort back. Another snorts, then another. On Beacon Road, the midnight milk float whirs, stops, clanks. Tomorrow will be the hottest day. Thank you. I only prepared one to read, so.
That's amazing. I loved it. I loved it. I love the you know, you've got the names of the streets and things like that, and that kind of, because everybody's been, well, I've been walking, just trying to walk every day down different streets, and regardless of the weather and things like that. And there's something about that, going from one place to another.
I love going out at night. It's so peaceful.
Sorry?
It's so peaceful going walking at night when there's no one else around, and
yeah,
it engages your hearing sense a lot more, doesn't it? And your smell, and so,
yeah.
Thank you.
The sense of space and things like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gives your mind a bit of space to think.
Yeah, clears the head. So.
Yeah, right. Loved it. We've got Hayley next. Hayley Williams. Hayley Williams.
Hi there. Hi.
Can
you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine now.
Oh, thank you. So I've got just 4 or 5 quite short poems that I've written. And the first one is called This Space, and I wrote it a couple of months ago in lockdown, and when it'd be interesting to see what people think. I think it has a double meaning to me. So, this space. My home is a chasm. My windows are floors. The ceilings are lava. My curtains are doors whose hinges are oiled with intrigue and dread. The folds of the fabric, wooden and lead. So for me, that was actually sort of an experience, just that sort of feeling of being misunderstood and neurodivergent and everything being topsy-turvy. But people I've read it to have sort of thought it was more about having children at home during lockdown and doing homeschooling, because there's been quite a lot of the floor is lava in this house. So the next one is called For Laura, on beauty and dressing up. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But what if the beholders do not see? What then? Perhaps we dress in pretty things sometimes to make ourselves feel, practice proceeding, what we should not need to dress for. As if you mean to flirt with magpies, you layer guilt and sparkle, thinking your own jewelry has been utterly consumed. It is not true. The next one is called Shaping Fun. What fun am I having, or am I having? You tear off the perfect coat and sensibly fold it up neatly and clutch it to your chest. Sensibly, you say, and firmly, go and have some fun. Go and shop. Don't settle for this old thing and worn. It's not what you really want at all. It's not. So I shiver and then, obedient, walk about the windows which do promise marvellous deals in red exclamation, looking for you. I think girls are supposed to like shopping, but all these others pinch me or hang careless of my shape. Still, I shall pretend to have fun because you think you are being generous. The next one I'm calling Balloon Untethered, and again it's for me that sense of misunderstanding, miscommunication, cross wires. So, Balloon Untethered. That isn't right. Those words don't count. You got that wrong. You should have known. It's black and white. Those words don't count. You got that wrong. You should have known. You said unspoken, leave it be. Apparently, I didn't know. I didn't hear. I trusted ink. I can see it. The rules, I've broken them. They aren't mine. I don't deserve gravity. I'm floating now, please catch me. Some old words. Twisting logic of conscious pardon, anger lodged here to be dispensed measuredly. It becomes distilled and not evaporated in tears as before. This machine of me, redesigned, prevents leakage. Function, I do and am, of circumstance and others, blind weakness. That evil cancer stopped now by tourniquet, but the blood, both divided, still fights and presses to flow, free and dilute, tension with determined sense along, my gentle patient soul stretched taut, I measure. And this last one of mine is very simple and a bit more light-hearted. And I've called it Just a Tanker. And for those that don't know, a tanker is a sort of form, a bit like a haiku, but with a different sort of rhythm structure. So it's 5-7-5-7-7, I think. So just a tanker. I will not kiss you. I will not kiss you softly, for you have to work. I will not kiss you softly, but still I kiss you softly. And then the last one I'd like to read is actually written by my wonderful, beautiful friend who's here and just lurking on the background. I didn't want to read for herself today. And I asked her to write it. I commissioned it to go alongside an installation that we're hoping to do. And there's a small video here, one of the pieces, and it's called Reach. And it's designed to be a COVID memorial. So it's about memory, but it's also about hope and connection. So Reach. United in our isolation, we stayed in touch without ever having the pleasure of touch. Shrouded beneath the resilience of hope, pain clawing its way out, beautifully evasive, brave faces bearing glistening tears, soothing anguish, devastation, masked, hearts breaking in unison, 6 feet apart. United in our deconstruction of habitual requisites, awakening an unspoken agreement, woven into every soul, to reach out when we behold pain, to help, to love. United in our struggle, hands of youth seeking guidance from hearts shielding uncertainty, disconnecting connections at our fingertips. United in our grief, there is strength in loss to continue in a world without your colours. I will shine for you. And that's by Sophie Willow.
Great, thank you. Thank you. It's really good. But next person we've got is Lynn Ora.
We're going to swap interpreters as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you hear me all right, everyone?
Yeah, we can hear you, Lynn.
Okay.
Just let us know when you pin the interpreter, okay, Collie? Is that all okay?
Would you like to tell me when to start?
We're ready to go. Collie has the interpreter. Thank you.
Well, thank you for inviting me to the Outside In Out's first event I've attended as a participant. And I'm surrounded, well, it'll be the first time I've read a poem with bare feet. And I'm surrounded by water and chocolate. So everything I need is here, especially you. I've had one poem, but I did feel this came before this one poem. So I'll just say, a picture can inspire 1,000 words, but a single word, that word love, can inspire 1,000,000 images. So that's an introduction, but my poem's called Change. And change in my life has been very, it's almost like a jagged edge. But I felt like I had no choice in a way. And the people you love, sometimes you have to leave them behind, even though you don't want to. And even just this week, I lost my favorite uncle. He passed away in the night. And so this makes it even stronger for me. So here I go. Change. Who knows, as I start to travel the path of uncertainty and even maybe the road to ruin, I glance back over my shoulder and I see you and what you've meant to me, the memories of good feelings and sometimes the sadness we shared. I didn't want to be parted from you, but I had to go. I had to go. The reality between us changed. And forevermore, nothing can be the same. I can, though. I can still glance back over my shoulder and see you and what you've meant to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Lynn. Thank you. We're coming up to sort of nearly the time now. So we've got Eva Martian Hayes. Is that right? Eva?
I needed to unmute. Here I am.
Hello there, Eva.
Yeah, I just need what I just heard and listened to and observed was so beautiful and brought tears to my eyes. So I need a bit of a breath between. Yes, to be with my own thing. Yes, I'm Eva. I'm an artist and writer, and I think with my writing, I have a more critical voice. My art is known as usually as quite peaceful and mindful, but there's also critique and fear within me, which I express in my writing. And this one is about something from the past. I'm being brought up in Germany. We have learned about the Holocaust and what happened, what can happen to democracies, basically. And that has been a concern since I'm a young girl. So here we are. We should never forget. Beware of those who wave the flag, shouting loud, we are the best. Beware when some of us become in and some are out. Horrors from the past crying out loud. So we should never forget from our history books how National Socialism overtook democracy, how laws become no more scrutinized, how violent acts became legalized, how ordinary humans turned blind eyes, ignored the horrors and the cries, how ordinary humans carried out gruesome tasks. They just obeyed orders. They did not ask. But with all what we do now, we should resist. Use our voices loud, defending basic human rights. The rights for refuge, for shelter, for food, the right for free speech, the right to include, and to hold those in power accountable for taking basic rights away, deciding who must leave and those who can stay. That's my first one. So I'm going to the next one, which is called Fear and Letting Go. Fear grips my body. Chest is tight. Cannot move. Cannot fight. Fear grips my mind. Circulating thoughts cannot unwind. Disconnected from the world, in a little ball I curl. But here's the key. It's only me who can set myself free. Fear blockades the flow of my energy. I cannot change the world, but instead I can choose to be free from letting things to get to me. What happens when I let go? Energy starts back to flow. I feel and I know All I need is right here. There's nothing to fear. Opportunities will come for me to grow. Things may pass, but I will be able to let go. I enjoy the present. I enjoy life. I use my senses, my imagination, my drive. I'm a creator, but not just of my art. I create my world with my imagination and with all my heart. My vision is to live securely, to freely give and receive, to live authentic with all my integrity. All this I can see clearly. When I let go of fear, I can be truly me. And that is all there is to be for tonight. So
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr, gerne.
Yeah. That was really incredible how you went into the darkness of it and then came out with the beautiful light.
Really, really inspiring. Collie said I was enthralled by your words. Honestly, it was really, honestly, I was amazed by your pictures and your drawings as well. It was amazing. I think it was the second image, really, yeah.
Yeah, the darker images are more the one from the past, actually. This is more what I'm doing now. And people will know my art. There is little darkness in there, but really there is some darkness and fear and critique in me as well. And I need to express it, so writing is the right platform for me. So thank you for listening, but I had to give that light a bit of space as well to feel at peace in the end.
Do you ever write in German?
I do indeed. I've always been written poem and stories, and I'm competing with all the things I'm doing because I'm translating. But I've just started the English ones and they just go out like this without thinking. They flow out of mine.
I mean, the whole thing, that's everybody now, isn't it, Hannah?
Yes, it is. I'm going to stop sharing so we can all see each other.
Okay. I mean, I'm completely blown away by all this. I mean, you know, to sort of like get an insight into everybody's worlds and into new worlds, really, isn't it? And just seeing the kind of, it changes everything, really, that you kind of, your perception of the world is alters. I've got a cat jumping up now. But really, really appreciate what everybody's done. It's really good. And you know, Lynn and Haley and that, you know, you're starting to sort of see different worlds and different words and things like that. And it's amazing what you can do, isn't it?
Yeah, truly. I'm blown away as well. Like lots of eyes welling up, and it was beautiful. And thank you, Brian, for chairing the event so wonderfully, and everybody, expressing themselves and showing themselves through their poetry. I absolutely loved it, and would love any feedback. I know you have my email address, so any feedback's welcome. It's our first event running this poetry event, so any feedback's great for going forward, and if you enjoyed today. So thank you everybody so much, and have a wonderful weekend. But thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It was great hearing everyone.
Don't you? Yes, you do. Bye.
Thank you. That's
Thank
brilliant.
you. I really do appreciate it. That's from Collie. Thank you ever so much. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.